Hello, radio. Calling all amateur radio operators, and welcome to the Crooked River Amateur Radio Club Tuesday night VHF net. My name is Keith, and my call sign is KAABSA. However, for the purpose of net, I will be using the club call Whiskey 8 Charlie Romeo Charlie. This is an open and directed net. All amateur radio operators are invited and encouraged to check in. All traffic will go through the net control since emergency traffic may break in at any time. Please leave a brief pause between transmissions. The purpose of this net is to bring together all amateur radio operators for the exchange of amateur-related ideas and information, and to keep club members and the amateur radio public up to date about club meetings, happenings, and to enhance net operating practices. This net meets every Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. local. We will start with announcements and ask for check-ins from any manager or member who has announcements or information of general interest to our net. Once this is complete, I will take check-ins. Please give your call repeated phonetically followed by your name. When all check-ins are complete, I will close the net and repeat the announcements. Okay, good evening, folks. Let's see, we had our first VE testing last Saturday with almost complete success, 2 out of 3 passed. That's why I'm still a general class. The next meeting will be next Wednesday. It's bring your POTA to the meeting and set up and show off. If POTA is Parks on the Air. Is there any announcements? Please go ahead.
November 8, Oscar, Quebec, Papa.
November 8, Oscar, Quebec, Papa. Good evening, Pat.
Good evening, everybody, and you too, Keith. Couple of quick announcements. Number one, I will back up what Keith said as far as the VE test. It went very well. I have a lot of people to thank that were in the process of all of this. First of all, Keith for getting us the place to have the exam. I want to take and thank the 3 VEs that worked, which was John, KAAGKG, George, his call sign escapes me, and Mark, N8NH. Without that, and I also want to thank Jim Grover, who was a lifesaver, 2 or 3 points when as this was going along. I'm going to break here for a second. As far as also congratulations. The first call did come out today. I'm sure he's going to check in here. It'll be Bob, and I'm not sure if Dennis's call hit yet or not, but I suppose it did. But congratulations to everybody, and thanks to everybody for helping us put this together. There will be another one probably sometime in the first week of March or November is what I'm thinking. I got a couple of things to check out to see what we can get date-wise. Other than that, Keith did mention the POTA, show us your POTA. We're all going to meet at the church. This is going to be a fun event. We're going to meet at the church. If you want to set your POTA station up outside, you can, just to show us what we'll probably start the meeting outside. And then as it gets dark and we can tear everything down and go in the building, we'll probably have some of the stuff brought into the building so we can demonstrate it. If you're doing something different, you got a different antenna, something like that. This is...
Okay, very good, Pat. I'll elaborate on the show us your POTA. It will be in the parking lot, which is right there off of East Market Street and Hawk. No, it's not Hawk, it's Pfeiffer, sorry. Hawk is a block off. Weather permitting, of course. If not, we will go into the basement. Of course, there's no real way to put up antennas down in the basement as a fallback. Okay, is there any other announcements? Please give me a call.
Do you have a trivia?
You know what? I do. I'm looking right at it and didn't even think about it. Trivia question. All right, everyone ready? This is an extra class exam test question. What station may not, let me start again. Amateur stations may not transmit in which of the following frequency segments if they are located in the continental 48 states and north of line A line. Okay? Answers are A, 440 megahertz to 450 megahertz. B, 50 to 54 megahertz. C, 222 megahertz to 223 megahertz. And D, 420 megahertz to 430 megahertz. Okay, y'all got that? Good. Anyone else for announcements? All right, Pat, since you were first to speak, what's your guess for the trivia question?
I'm guessing the 220 one. I know we use 223 to 224, but I'm not sure about the other one. So that's my guess.
All right, Pat, I got you down for C as in Charlie. Okay, we'll open it up for general check-ins. Please give your call phonetically, repeat it by your name, and don't overwhelm me. I'm not a certain individual who used to run the Chicago Falls network. She would remember everything.
Kilowatt, Bravo 8, Papa Radio Kilowatt.
Okay, KV8PRK, I got you, Ted. Next, please.
K88GKG.
Charlie, Yankee, Bob.
Sorry, I doubled. K88GKG.
I got you, KA8GKG. Thank you. Next, please.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Charlie, Yankee, Bob.
Copy. Kilo Foxtrot 8, Charlie, Yankee. That sounds like a brand new call to me. Next, please. Okay, anyone wishing to check in to the Crooked River Amateur Radio Club, Tuesday night VHF Net? I'm looking for a couple more check-ins for this round. Please go ahead. All right, we'll start at the top of the list. Good evening, Ted. KB8PRK. Go ahead, please. And you want to try the trivia question?
Evening, Keith, and everybody else out there. Yeah, nice day. I liked it a little bit better the last couple days, though. The humidity was a lot lower. I feel the humidity's creeping up a little bit. Supposed to get up to 85 tomorrow. I got to go out there and do some raking. I should have done it yesterday. Oh, well. I guess they said the remainder of September should be in the upper 70s and low 80s. Oh, well, we're going to get it someday. Anyway, yeah, I didn't do too much today. And I'm going to, as far as the trivia, I'm going to go with Delta.
Okay, very good, Ted. I got you down for Delta. All right. Let's see. KA8GKG, you're next. Please go ahead.
Yes,
good evening. I was going to go with Bravo. I should know the answer to this. I just recently read it, and so I'm familiar with the question. Anyway, not much here today. It just I got to go to a luncheon with my high school classmates. We get together every month, and for a lunch. And today was at one of the classmates' homes, and she did a nice job of setting it up. And that was nice. I always appreciate seeing the people some I haven't seen in 54 years. So I got to see them today. Other than that, I got a new radio. I'm talking on it now, and I hope it's sounding good to you. I got a couple bugs to work out, but I'll work on that tomorrow. That's all I have. Back to net control. KG. Very good. The radio's sounding fine in the repeater. You don't have any noise or anything like that. Good audio. And had a busy weekend myself after taking the test Saturday and still being a general. Sunday, me and my wife took off to Tippecanoe, and she participated in a 5K obstacle course called Muddy Princess, and she did get muddy. But she did pretty good. It wasn't really a timed thing. It was more like team building and such, and she went down with her gym. All right, KF8CCY. Good evening, Bob, and congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Sure is nice to be able to hit that push-to-talk button, not just listen. And I want to thank Mark for programming this radio for me. Other than that, got nothing going on. Would like to say this is my first contact.
Well, I am proud to be your first contact. I'll make sure I have to get a QSL card out to you. Hi. Okay, do you have an answer for the trivia question?
Oh, I forgot. I'm going to go with Delta.
Maybe you should have took the extra test. That was a pretty quick answer there. All right, got you down for Delta. Anyone else wishing to check in to the Crooked River Amateur Radio Club? This is Whiskey 8 Charlie Romeo Charlie.
KE8HNK.
Good evening, Elmer. KE8HNK. Got you on the list. Next, please.
Whiskey Delta 8, Bravo Quebec Sierra, Steve, Cauga Falls.
Okay, Steve, got you on there. Whiskey Delta 8, Bravo, Quebec Sierra. Sometimes that's a tongue twister. All right, anyone else wishing to check in? Go ahead.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Alpha Victor Delta, Tony, Merriman Valley.
Okay, you were really light in the machine there. KD8, I didn't get the rest of the call. Could you repeat it, please?
Sorry, I was trying to transmit through my laptop. It is Kilo Foxtrot 8, Alpha Victor Delta, Tony, Merriman Valley.
Okay, sorry about botching the call there. Kilo Foxtrot 8, Alpha Victor Delta. Gotcha. Anyone else? Okay, before picking up Elmer, I'll read the trivia question again for everyone. And it is, amateur radio stations may not transmit in which of the following frequency segments if they are located in the continental 48 and north of line A. Answer A is 440 megahertz to 450 megahertz. B is 53 megahertz to 54 megahertz. C is 222 megahertz to 223 megahertz, and D is 420 megahertz to 430 megahertz. All right, Elmer, go ahead, please. KE8HNK.
KE8HNK, W8CRC. Just here sitting there booming from the basement. I actually got the radio set up and my X300A set up on a temporary mast and tripod set up with a 100-pound bucket holding the whole thing down to the ground. Kind of enjoying it. Actually got to jump on the West Park Radio Ops net last night and worked North Royalton with 65 watts in this antenna, so I can't really complain. I could probably lower that a little bit in the winter time when the leaves get off the trees. I just wanted to see how I'm coming in with my signal report.
Full quieting the repeater, and I don't hear any noise on your audio. Yeah, I'm working on an antenna myself. I have a tri-band VHF 220-440 vertical I want to put up on the chimney, replacing the old VHF Ringo Ranger. I finally got everything to do it. Now I just need to get brave and climb up on that Cape Cod roof. I hate this roof. All right, got you done. What was your answer for the trivia question? Sorry.
I didn't give you answer to the trivia question because I was trying to figure out the signal report and how my audio is. I got my Heil Pro 7s on. Just wanted to make sure I had my boom mic and everything adjusted properly. I'm going to say the 440 band, and the only reason I know this is because I was just talking with two of my family members. We both know, Vanita and Willie, and explaining to them that the Line A, it interferes with some of the radio operations up in Canada, so 440 is my answer to the trivia question, so I'm going to turn it back to net control, KE8HNK, back to W8CRC. 73, everybody, have a bright and blessed evening.
All right, Elmer, let me verify before you go. You're saying A, 440 megahertz to 450 megahertz, correct?
Affirmative, that is correct.
Okay, very good. I got you down for A as in Alpha. All right, Steve, WD8BQS. This is Whiskey 8 Charlie, Romeo Charlie. Go ahead, please.
WD8BQS returning. Hey, thanks a lot, Keith, for doing the net. Appreciate it. And, yeah, we're just trying to hang in there. We've got, I talked my son and myself to doing the Akron Marathon. So we signed up for that. We were waiting for the, there's some kind of a training class or something that'd be going on before the race, and then we'll get our spots at that time also. So it's really a lot of fun. So anybody that would really like to do it, if they're still needing help, I would definitely sign up for it. It's a lot of fun on a Saturday morning, other than the fact that it's a little early. But it's not bad at all. It's a lot of fun seeing those guys really tear their hearts out going for that long mileage race. It's really encouraging to see those guys doing that. All right, nothing else here on this side. We'll send it back to you. Oh, by the way, probably D. I don't know. Don't know, just taking a guess. WD8BQS.
Okay, I got you down for D as in Delta. I take it you don't mean you're running in the race. You're helping with communications, correct?
Yeah, roger that. That's what it is. Yeah, they give you I think a T-shirt, and you get a vest and a lanyard for helping out. You have to return the vest, but it's a lot of fun. They just give you a spot to hang out, and you just kind of mark the first runner going by, and if anybody needs any help, they can't complete the race, you can call for some emergency service vehicles to show up, and they'll take them back to wherever they need to be, either the hospital or back to the start-finish line. So it's really interesting how they do that. They really could use the help, too. WD8BQS.
Okay, very good. I got you down for D as in Delta. What he's referring to is the Akron Marathon. It's, can't remember the date off the top of my head. It's Saturday, probably almost the last Saturday or second last Saturday. If interested, you can go to summitaries.org and sign up for it on the internet there at summitaries.org. All right, KF8ABD, go ahead, please. You're next.
Thank you. This is Tony down the Merriman Valley. Don't have a lot to add or anything else like that. However, I do have an offer up if anyone's interested. I recently picked up an Explorer backpack modular set from Gigaparts, and they actually sent me 2 laptop sleeves. So if someone is looking for a convenient way to carry their laptop, just reach out to me. You can find me on QRZ, my email address. Again, it's KF8ABD, and let me know, and we'll get in your hands.
Oh, very good, Tony. Yeah, if they're anything like Amazon, when they send something wrong, they usually say, you know what, don't worry about it. It's cheaper if you just hang on to it than for us to reprocess it. All right, that's the bottom. Oh, did you have a trivia question, Tony, or answer, Des? Did you have an answer to the trivia question, Tony?
Yeah, let's go with D. I'm just a general. I'm kind of guessing here.
Okay, well, don't give up. Keep studying. My first attempt was Saturday at taking the extra test. I was about a third of the way through it. And I had probably about a third of the questions answered correctly, I think. I don't know. All right, that puts me at the bottom of the list. This is Whiskey 8, Charlie, Romeo Charlie. Anyone wishing to check in, please go ahead.
802P recheck.
Oh, that's a familiar voice. Let's see. Oh, N80QP. Go ahead, please.
Hey, you mama. I wanted to add the race, the Akron Marathon is actually the 28th of September. You need to sign up, I think, he usually cuts it off like the week before. So if you're going to sign up for it, you may want to get over to the website. Back to net, and it'll keep it.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Pat. I knew it was at the end of the month there, but I wasn't quite sure the date because I forgot to bring that up on the computer here. Okay, anyone wishing to check in? This is Whiskey 8 Charlie Romeo Charlie. All right, I need to get a stick and shake the bushes like a certain individual from the Sarah Club would say on the... All right, I'm not hearing anything, so we'll repeat the announcements. Let's see, our next meeting is next week on Wednesday at Oak Hill Presbyterian Church, 2406 Ardwell Avenue. That's about a block in from Canton Road and a block in from East Market Street. And our next meeting is all about Show Us Your POTA, Parks on the Air. We'll have some stations set up, hopefully, and talk about I've gotten into POTA lately. Speaking of POTA, I'm planning on doing that this weekend. I might go out to Camp Manitowoc, activate it, which is in Virginia, Kendall Park. Let's see, where was I? And we had our first VE testing, which went great. Saturday, we had 3 people show up, and we had 2 people pass. That's why I'm still general. I didn't pass. All right, Pat, go ahead with your announcements.
All I can say, Keith, is just keep studying, man. You'll make it. I see you've pretty much thrown the gauntlet down for yourself. Just keep at it, man. You'll make it. We got other testing coming up, and so does everybody else. Besides that point, we do have the POTA thing coming up the 18th, 7:30. If you'll be able to probably show up a little bit early, there's likely going to be somebody at the church by 6:30. So if you're going to come up to setup, you need a little bit of time. That's going to be the way to do it. Weather permitting, of course. If not, we're just going to do just bring your stuff anyway. We can just lay it out on tables or whatever, so people can see what you've got. Stuff like that. Should be a lot of fun. Took care of the VE test. I think that was about all I had. Hey, keep me back to that again.
All right, very good. I'm going to shake the bushes one last time and see if anyone wants to check in. This is Whiskey 8, Charlie Romeo Charlie. Please go ahead.
W8CRC, Nick, currently in Hartsville.
November 8, Alpha Charlie Papa, Chris, Cadillac Hill, Akron. November 8, November Hotel, Mark in Akron.
I'll put the pen on the next one. November 8, go ahead, please.
November 8, Alpha Charlie Papa, N8 ACP, Chris, Cadillac Hill, Akron.
All right, I got you, Chris. Anyone else wishing to check in? Shake the bushes again, see what happens.
November 8, November Hotel, Mark in Akron.
Wow. Shake them again. Let's see what happens.
Kilo Echo 8, Lima Romeo Kilo, George in Akron, just checking in and out, Keith.
Okay, Kilo Echo 8, George. What was the last part of the call?
Kilo Echo 8, Lima Romeo Kilo, just checking in and out.
All right, I got you in and out there. I heard a double when you were there. Anyone else wishing to check in, please go ahead.
November 8, November Hotel, Mark in Akron.
I got you, Mark. Sorry about that. Next, please. Okay. Nick, you got anything for us tonight? N8ACP, go ahead.
Thanks, Keith. Well, name is Chris here, Charlie Hotel Romeo, India Sierra. Chris is the name. And let's see, not too much. 10 meters is open a little bit today. Before I talked with Pat on the 6-4 and tried to get him on the 88 up in Lakewood. He was making it, but I wasn't real well. Worked a couple stations on 10 meters, and 15 was okay. Bands are a little bit disturbed, I think, by geomagnetic storm stuff from the sun. And what else has been going on? The battle on Cadillac Hill does continue. The current score is N8 ACP 13 and the Groundhogs 0. And we had a moment of mercy for Percy, the possum. I think we caught him twice, once last night and then once again this morning, because I had to let him out. We let him loose. They're good to have around for various reasons. But I think he was exceptionally stupid and got trapped again. So we're going to leave the trap closed to have a hard trap. We'll leave it closed and unbaited for a week or two, and then open it back up for the Hog Hotel. So that's what's going on here. Whiskey 8 Charlie Radio Charlie from November 8 Alpha Charlie Papa.
Yeah, sorry about that, Chris. I got my lines crossed. I meant to say Whiskey 8 Sierra Echo Golf. Nick, go ahead, please.
Good evening, Keith. Good evening, Nat. Not much here today, just playing Daddy Taxi between baseball and stopping here at Almost Heaven in Hartville for a little after baseball treat. But just hunting some POTA today while I've been going back and forth. But yeah, definitely the 40 meters was great, but nobody was on it. 20 meters was very noisy, and some of the high bands were working occasionally. But that is all. This is Nick, W8SEG, back to net, 73.
Awesome, Nick. Like I said, I'm planning on going out to the scout camp this weekend, maybe do a little POTA. It's like right in the middle of Virginia Kendall Park. It's surrounded the camp. And the camp has a thing going too. Well, scouting has a scout camp on the air going. And I'll be activating that. Probably use the ham shack call there at Camp Manitowoc. All right, Mark, N8NH, please go ahead.
Good evening, Keith, and everybody else on the net. I just wanted to say congratulations to everybody that passed their test. It's good to see everybody, and just keep working on it. You'll get it, those that didn't. And other than that, we're just sitting here playing a little radio, going to get ready to call it an evening. Last night was a late night, and I'm beat today. So 73s to everybody, and stay safe out there.
Oh, very good. Oh, I forgot to ask you guys about the trivia question. Nick, Chris, and Mark, you got a guess? Nick, go ahead. Okay, Nick's gone. Chris, N8ACP, go ahead.
Roger that, Keith. I'm sorry, I didn't hear the trivia question, so if you read it again, I'll give it a guess.
All right, I will do that. Amateur radio stations may not transmit in which of the following frequency segments if they are located in the continental 48 states and north of line A. This is on the extra test. All right, A is 440 megahertz to 450 megahertz. B is 53 megahertz to 54 megahertz. C is 222 megahertz to 223 megahertz. And D is 420 megahertz to 430 megahertz.
Let's see, that's a good question. It is on the extra exam. I should know this off the top of my head. And line A is closer than you think, by the way. For those that are studying for the exam, it's interesting to look at the FCC's map. I'm going to go with D Delta would be my guess, and it is a guess. I should know this. Back to Whiskey 8 Charlie Radio Charlie from November 8 Alpha Charlie Papa.
All right, Chris, thank you. Nick, you got a guess? All right, we must have lost Nick. Mark, you still there, NH?
Roger, I'm going to say D Delta.
Okay. That being said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people got it right. The answer is 420 megahertz to 430 megahertz. All right, I would like to thank everyone for checking in, and those who took the time to join us and check in. Without your participation, there would be no net, and I would be talking to myself. This is Keith, KAABSA. It's been my pleasure to host this evening net. At this time, I will close the net with 12 check-ins and return the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use. This is Whiskey 8 Charlie Romeo Charlie, closing the net at 7:32 local time. 7-3.
Fantastic job, Keith. We might keep you. That is so cute, Pete. Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. Just, you know what? Tell you what, just add another 0 to my paycheck.
All right, we can do that. In fact, I'll add 2 more zeros.
That would be some point, so it would be that would be the cents.
I ain't got no sense, so that's beside the point, too.
Big problem is it's all zeros.
Anybody happen to see what happened in the sky this morning? I think, or last night? The actual rocket that went over top of us.
What, a bottle rocket?
Oh, it was a manned one.
Say again?
There was a manned rocket that went lifted off from Kennedy, and in order to put it in the right azimuth that they wanted, it went right over top of Ohio. People in Cleveland were filming it and showing it. It put the actual rocket. If you've ever seen one of those at night, it tends to flare. As soon as I saw the thing on TV, I thought that's a rocket. But it's, you know, the flare was from the engine was out like that, and it's supposed to be that manned commercial thing that they were going to put up in high altitude, or high altitude, almost out of the field of gravity.
Heard about that. It was supposed to go up about 900 miles.
That's what they're saying. That it's going to be the furthest out in 60 years.
I think that's the furthest out since Apollo.
Well, the last of the Apollo missions, yeah. anything that went to the moon went a little bit further, but that's it's supposed to be doing a spacewalk, and there's all kinds of experiments they're going to be doing up there.
Sounds cool. All right, Pat, someone tried to sneak in there when you were talking. You beat him though. I'm going to jump out of here and say 7-3. It's time to do with some sort of dinner. So we'll catch y'all later. I don't know if I'll be on 220 tonight. I threw the antenna back up. The last part I was missing was some coax. I got some good stuff since we're dealing with those high frequencies.
That's cool. Whoever tried to sneak in here, go ahead.
Reminds me. The repeater is going to get moved later this week.
Oh yeah, receiver or transmitter?
Not this repeater, the 220 repeater.
Okay.
And at that point, it'll be down for what, a week or so?
Oh, we're figuring we're going to try to plan it to where maybe we get it up the same day, take it down and put it up the same day at the new location. But it won't be down for a week, no. But if you try to bring it up and it doesn't come up, that's the reason.
No, I'm kind of anxious to see it happen.
Planning on Sunday. Repeater may come off the tower where it's at now earlier than that, so it may be, I would say probably no more than 2 the air.
Pretty cool. In the meantime, we can just meet on 400.
Or 6-4.
We can do that too.
Wants to use as a new Alinko.
I'm about ready to go up there. I was going to try to do it today, and I just ran out of steam. I'm going to probably go up there and see if I can make that antenna any better without putting it on the roof just yet. When it goes up on the roof, it's going to remedy all of this, but I'd like to do something with it for the in the meantime.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same situation there. I got it stuck up on a mast in the backyard. It's only about 20 feet high.
I actually thought about putting it up on that telescopic temporarily, but that'll mess everything else I'm wanting to do up.
Yeah, my only stumbling block is that daggone roof. I hate the pitch that a Cape Cod has.
I'm kind of hoping by the end of September I'm all set here, antenna-wise. I got to do. I want to put this commander up, and I want to move my Alpha Delta. I'm pondering that for a while, and then we'll see where we go from there.
E8HNK.
Go ahead, Elmer.
Hey, Pat, I didn't get to see who got the trivia question right. I was had to run upstairs real quick.
It was D.
420 megahertz to 430.
I was going to give you a call. I tried to give you a call last night. Just had a couple questions for you. You available for a phone call later tonight?
Well, it's not too late.
We'll say about 8:15 or so.
That should be all right.
Okay, I'm going to wander over to the Sarah Club in a little bit. KH and K on the side listening.
All right, Elmer. We'll be here listening to 8OQP.
KBAPRK, I'll be on the side.
Which side?
Right side.
Oh, you're one of them right-wingers then, huh? Better not go there.
Yeah, we don't want to start that crap.
That crap's going to start in about an hour and 15 minutes.
And that's a no-no on ham radio, too.
Yeah.
Sure on 80 meters.
Colonoscopies are illegal. Colonoscopy talk is illegal up there, too, and look what happens. I still think you ought to come over here and help me cut these wires, Keith.
Oh, I can cut them. May not be right.
Oh, we need them right. Wire's expensive. What you having for dinner?
I don't know yet. We need to go up and see if we can figure that out between the four of us.
Oh, good luck with that. I get in those situations around here.
So, I got 50 feet of Messi and Polona Hyperflex 10 delivered today. That's what I'm going to use to feed that antenna.
That should be alright.
I was trying to find a comparison between that and 9913, which is what is on it right now.
You got 9913 on that thing now?
Yeah, I do.
Well, let's just lift that.
That's kind of a little bit of problem.
On what, it's not flexed?
No, poor spot where it was rubbing, and you can see a little bit of the braid. So that's why it's getting replaced.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Yeah, years ago I bought a 250-foot spool of it from North Olmsted store when it was up there. Was it North? Yeah, North Olmsted. Not AES. Was a little other ham shop.
North Olmsted Rick.
Yep. So I bought a 250-foot spool of that up there.
I loved his little shop, man. I felt so bad when he moved that out of there.
Yeah, I started going there over AES for some reason or another. I think they were a little less expensive.
Wonder whatever happened to him. Ted, you got any idea? You knew him, didn't you? I guess he's gone.
Alright, I'm going to be gone too. N8OQP in the group KA8BSA. I'll catch you later. Here or there. Somewhere. 7-3.
Yeah, I'll probably be around here till about 8:30, 9 o'clock. And then I'll probably disappear too. Have a good evening, sir. And thanks for doing the net again. Great job. 12 check-ins, not bad. We're gaining on it. N8OQP.
Maybe I should have shook the bushes one more time.
And you never know what's going to fall out.
This is true. Alright, later on.
Later, bye. N8OQP.
KA8BSA clear.